Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lords of the Night. With me, as always, your Lord of Punishment. Say hi, Scribe.
Hi, Scribe.
Your Lord of Pennies is here as well. Say hi, Satsu.
Hello, everyone.
I am your Lord of Pain, the Ranting Monkey, and we have a wonderful show for you tonight. Does that sound convincing?
Kind of. You
Done that
almost
so
got
well. We have a wonderful show for you tonight.
No, what we need to do is, Satsu, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Prepare for entertainment.
It sounds like
it's like the Inception. It's like oh yeah, didgeridoo don't.
Oh my God.
That's great. We got to work that in. That's great.
Yeah, so we actually do. We have a great show for you tonight, I think. How are you guys doing? Scribe, how you doing today, man?
Well, let's see. I went to my latest and hopefully last eye doctor appointment today. Everything is great, clear. My healing process has been practically complete. From my perspective, no pun intended, I can still tell there's a difference between my two eyes, but for all functional purposes, I can see just as well now as I did before the stroke in my eye. So good news. And aside from having to walk through a very sunny day with my eyes dilated, which was painful as fuck, I'm doing really good.
And Satsu, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. I made me a taco salad today, and it was delicious. Although some people are questioning whether or not it is a taco salad because there's nary a vegetable to be seen, but I don't care.
Hey, a fruit salad has no vegetables in it.
Aha! I win.
There you go.
It was tasty. Other than that, just been hanging out with Squishy. I got 2 of my shelves that I built today to go in my room and put my swag on. And they weren't as big as I thought they were. So that's kind of sad, Panda. But, whatever.
Over in chat, your boy Pat's there. I just want to say, Pat, I saw your video and your shout out to us. Thank you so much, man. You did not have to do that, but I really, really do appreciate that.
Indeed.
Yeah, thank you, Pat.
I had a very rough day. We're not going to talk about. My Twitter is working again as of like 2:00 in the morning last night.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the first I've been on it all day, because of reasons. I was finally able to get my PayPal working again. Apparently, that was down. My Streamlabs haven't been used recently. That's weird. People just really like Super Chat. No, my PayPal was broken. PayPal, fix your shit. Don't make me do it. In other news, there's something else I wanted to mention. Oh, we'll get to this more at YouTube time, but I watched a stream Sofane did last night.
Mm-hmm.
In the first hour of it, it was a Destiny 2 stream, but the first hour of it, he talked about the Electoral College thing.
Uh-oh.
No, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't. I mean, he gave some opinions and stuff on it. And so when I did Monkey in the Morning, I responded to a lot of what was said. And I tagged him and like, dude, you should probably watch the first part of this. And he's declined.
Oh.
Like, oh, okay.
Oh.
Anyhow, moving on. Anything to talk about before we get into the tagline and news tonight? The title of the stream is aptly named because I literally have no idea what's going on in the world. I was able to watch like a part of a Phil DeFranco video and skim some headlines very quickly. I have no fucking idea what's going on. Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies, video games. Hit that like button, share our stuff. I just realized that's a horrible ad after Pat just gave us a great shout out. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Watch my show. Luckily, we have these two guys who actually pay attention to the world, and that's one of the reasons I love both of them. Scribbles, do we have news today?
Well, I pay attention to I only know what's going on like 20 minutes before the show when I look up stories.
Dude, I just was giving you all the credit, and you're like, nah, it wasn't me.
I don't know how to take a compliment. Although I will say, and I might be locking myself in by saying this, I might have to resurrect, at least for one instance, a episode of Criminally Undersubbed just for your boy Pat.
Oh, indeed.
I haven't done one of those in a long time, but I'm now inspired, so we'll see.
I need to address two things in chat before we move on. I am sorry. I already took my medicine. Thank you so much for reminding me. And W.R. Costin asked if we've spoken to Weibo. I haven't. Was she on the show you were just on, Satsu?
Yeah, I was just on Two Girls One Stream, and she's doing all right. She said she was in pain and she was burping all the time because she got gas or whatever. But other than that, she's fine.
Cool. Okay. For those who don't know, she had to have her appendix removed quite quickly, but apparently she's doing well. Okay, so sorry about that, Scribbles. New stuffs.
How about Brexit?
Oh, please.
So, on the brink of Brexit, Prime Minister Theresa May pushes for extension with EU support. We talked briefly with Irate Bear about this last Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And so the only move May has now to try to come up with a Brexit deal is to ask the EU for an extension to postpone the hard Brexit exit, as it were, from March 29th to, I believe it's June 30th, to buy her more time to try to come up with a deal. But it's up to the EU by a vote to decide whether or not to allow this extension.
Mm-hmm.
9 days before Britain's scheduled departure from the European Union, European Council President Donald Tusk said Wednesday that an extension for withdrawal is possible, but only if UK Parliament members approve Prime Minister Theresa May's terms. Theresa May's terms, which you'll remember, have been turned down 3 times now. So it's ultimatum time, apparently. The condition stands to push British parliamentarians to a vote. Maybe those 2 times previously. I thought it was 3 times. But apparently it's a vote for a 3rd time on May's deal, or prepare for a historic divorce without any deal at all. I could have sworn that they voted at least 3 times on this thing.
I only remember 2 big votes.
Huh, okay. My mistake.
Well,
sorry.
While you're pausing there, thank you, Terry Diamandis. It's Badger Man, formerly Minding Freedom's birthday, and he asked me to request a song. He'll watch the replay later. Absolutely. For our buddy Minding, absolutely. But go ahead, Scribbles. I'm sorry.
Okay. May sent Tusk a letter requesting a delay until June 30th. Britain's exit from the EU is scheduled for March 29th. The Prime Minister explained that she needed more time to convince parliamentarians to pass her deal, aside from all the months previous to this, apparently. Tusk told reporters that her request raises legal and political questions, but that he believed a short extension, quote, will be possible, unquote. His consent hinged on a vote on May's terms of separation by the House of Commons, although it has twice rejected May's plans by an overwhelming majority. So basically, she has to be able to hold another vote in the next 9 days and have it pass before they'll do an extension, I guess.
That seems legit. Speaking of legit, hi, sweetie.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
God damn it! Didn't I just see you?
You did just see me. You can't escape me. Satsu.
What the hell? Weibo, there's not enough of you here. Bring back your appendix.
Hang on. I can do something better. I will do this.
Wonderful.
Wait,
Yeah.
I hope that becomes the thumbnail.
I love this thing so much.
All right. Screenshot done. Prepare for a meme.
There you go. The chat was worried about you, and I mentioned that to her, and she asked if I wanted her to come on. I'm like, yes, please.
Well, anything to reassure my fans.
There she is. All nice and safe, you guys.
100% much better. All right, let's go back to the regular filter. Home, safe. They get me pain medication and antibiotics, and I don't know what else you guys want to know about.
And you're supposed to be taking it easy, not lifting stuff. My son just went through this, so I know this stuff. You take care. You rest and you behave.
I'm trying. The only thing is that I have to kind of move half my shit out of the dorm room by Friday.
You're a beautiful woman. Smile at a guy and he'll move it for you.
Well, I live with 2 guys anyway, so I'm just going to
go.
them. Balik will be helping me, certainly. I did not catch AIDS Midnight in Exile. I caught appendicitis
Ex-Bubba Hotep, thank you. There's also a second birthday. This guy here. Yes, I sang to you this morning. I'm going to do it again on this show with the accompaniment of these gentlemen.
Well, I mean, I'll just end it there. There's not much else to say unless or until something is either passed or the EU grants the extension. But prepare for more British parliamentarian shenanigans in the next week as they rush to try to fulfill an ultimatum threat by the EU, which they're trying to leave in order to leave the EU.
Thank you, Flair Fritz. Yo, Weeb, what program is that? I need it for trolling.
So I have the Logitech HD Pro 1080p thing, and then it comes with a program called Logi that you download, and you just kind of fiddle with it from there. But you can't use it on Mac. You can only use it on Windows.
On PC, honey. That's what we say. On Windows. What the hell is that? Anyway, yeah, I was talking with Irate Bear on his show 2 days ago. He did a breakfast with Bear, and yeah, his opinion on this was we are pretty much headed to a no deal.
Oof.
Okay.
Which I honestly think will be better for them. I really do. That's better than being fucked by a bunch of people who think that they still get to tell the UK what to do as they're leaving them.
Oof.
That'd be like moving out of your parents' house and still having to live by their rules. That's asinine. Let's do the first birthday.
Whose birthday am I singing?
This is for Badger Man, who I haven't seen in a while. I hope he's been doing well.
Badger, badger, badger.
Badger, badger, badger. Badger, badger, badger.
Formerly Minding Freedom. He's been a guest on the show a few times, and it was always a lot of fun. Fucking with him about things he can't say because he lives in Germany is awesome. But guys, this one goes out to Badger Man, and a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Badger Man.
Badger, badger.
Happy birthday to you. Badger Man, happy birthday, dude. I hope you've been well, and I hope you had a great birthday.
I knew you were going to do that, Satsu. I knew it was coming.
What was that?
That's his didgeridoo.
That's his, yeah.
You have a didgeridoo? Wait, where do you find that?
Yeah, it's a filter. It's a filter on his webcam.
It's a filter on his boom mic.
Really?
No. Real quick.
It's the spring on his boom mic being used as a thrum.
The UFO answer over on Streamlabs. Thank you so much. Don't let Weibo put on her brave, stoic front. She's not doing well, as her Twitter demonstrates. And then link your Twitter.
Yeah, I changed my name on
I
Twitter
saw your name
to Chemo Jones.
Her name is Chemo Jones.
Chemo Jones.
Well, Chemo, we have one more song to do. This one's for ex-Bubba Hotep, a longtime viewer who has always been awesome to us. And he's in the chat right now. And since he is, I think we should sing to him live. So he can hear it live.
Totally. Let's do it.
Bubba Hotep, my friend, this one's for you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy
to
birthday.
Weibo, don't you dare.
Happy birthday, dear
I'll beat up a cancer patient.
Happy birthday to
All right, Baldy, cut it out.
I hope you had a wonderful day. I really do. And Here's to many more. What else we got in the news there?
Well, let's see. How about a YouTube story?
Okay.
God,
If you
know where this is
insist.
going. Yes.
A mom on a popular YouTube show is accused of pepper spraying her kids when they flub their lines.
Which is actually the least of what she did.
Yeah. The Fantastic Adventures YouTube channel has racked up more than 250 million views with its adorable cast of 7 adopted children, silly topics, and charmingly lo-fi visual effects.
Wow.
Behind the scenes, though, the children told a different story. A welfare check last week found the home was a den of abuse in which their mother would withhold food and water for days at a time, pepper spray them, force them to take ice baths, and lock them in a barren closet, according to a statement of probable cause in Maricopa, Arizona.
Sounds like a Wednesday night.
Shit.
Weebo, if you need help, blink twice.
Oh God, don't make me laugh. My belly button hole is gonna explode.
Your belly button hole. That
They
sounds...
they drilled 3 holes into me.
Laparoscopic surgery. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Quote, they stated they are disciplined in the manners above if they do not recall their lines or do not participate in the videos as they are directed to, the probable cause statement said. Quote, they further stated this is one of the reasons their mom took them out of school so they can keep filming their series, and they mentioned they have not been in school for years, unquote.
Dear God.
Police on Friday arrested their mother, Michelle Hackney, 48, on 2 counts of molestation of a child, 7 counts of child abuse, 5 counts of child neglect, and 5 counts of unlawful imprisonment. Her adult sons, Logan and Ryan Hackney, also were arrested Friday. They face 7 charges each. They are accused of failing to report the abuse of a minor. The 3 are being held without bond. A spokeswoman for the district attorney's office said they did not yet have an attorney. In the police report, Hackney said the closet in her room is never used for punishment and denied the accusations involving pepper spray and ice baths. She said the only forms of punishment she uses are having to stand in the corner, spankings, and being grounded. Ryan Hackney invoked his Miranda rights, but Logan Hackney spoke to police and said the children were locked in the closet, pepper sprayed, and forced to take ice baths. Hackney's YouTube channel posts a new video about once a week and boasts nearly 800,000 subscribers, with titles like The Floor is Lava and Escape the Babysitter. Each of the 10 to 15-minute episodes features the family of cute children in lightsaber battles, turning into superheroes, or attempting to steal cookies. The statement of probable cause details a visit that welfare officers made to the home on March 13th after getting a tip from an adult daughter who said one of the children said they were being abused. During the welfare check, one child was found in an unlocked closet, which has a locking mechanism, wearing only a pull-up diaper, the statement said, adding that the other 6 children appeared to be malnourished. It said they had pale complexions, dark rings under their eyes, were underweight, and said they were thirsty and hungry. I don't want to read the rest of this. I think we get the idea. And it goes into some more details. And I'm not that squeamish, but, you get the idea.
If she's guilty, which it's sounding like she is, if even her adult son is saying, yeah, that was happening, I hope she lives miserably in a box for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
No,
fuck her right in the asshole with no lube.
Yeah, and YouTube should set up college funds for all of them.
Yeah, YouTube has demonetized the channel. It's not down yet, or it wasn't as of... That's the only story I saw on Phil DeFranco, because I was looking through his stories and I clicked on that one. Yeah, they've demonetized the channel, but haven't taken it down yet. They will take it down if she's convicted.
Okay. Interesting.
If.
All right. Let's see. Well, the last story I've got, bizarre, if true. Kentucky governor says he exposed his children to chickenpox rather than getting the vaccine.
That's what everybody used to do.
I guess, but used to in like the olden days before vaccines.
Well, yeah. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin said he made sure all his 9 children, Jesus, were exposed to chickenpox and caught the disease instead of giving them a vaccine. Quote, they had it as children, they were miserable for a few days, and they all turned out fine, Bevin said. Bevin and his wife, Glenna, have 9 children between the ages of 5 and 16. The governor says he supports parents who choose to get their children vaccinated and also those who decline to do so. But he said the decision shouldn't be up to the government. Quote, this is America, he said. The federal government should not be forcing this upon people. They just shouldn't, unquote. Chickenpox is a very contagious disease that causes blister-like rash, itching, tiredness, and fever. It can spread by touching or breathing in virus particles. It can be especially serious for babies, pregnant women, and people with weakened immune systems. Bevin's remarks come several days after a teen in Kentucky sued his local health department, which had temporarily barred students who aren't immunized against chickenpox from attending school after an outbreak at a Catholic school. There have been 32 cases of chickenpox reported.
I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but the chickenpox vaccine, when they came out with it, I'm like, why? Why? Because it was just something we all got when we were kids. And it turns out there were something like there were a couple thousand deaths a year from chickenpox. That's why they did it, which in the grand scheme of things is not that much. But if you're that parent who lost a child to it, that seems like a lot.
I never had chickenpox.
You probably got vaccinated.
Probably.
My children were all vaccinated. My boys were vaccinated. My daughter actually had chickenpox.
I had chickenpox.
Yeah, chickenpox.
But Joyce brings up the big thing.
Like such a delicious disease.
It's really not. I had it and it actually went into my mouth. It's not delicious at all.
Didn't taste good?
No. The biggest problem, because they mentioned, people with low immune systems, babies, blah, blah. The actual worst part is for adults. If you didn't have chickenpox and you haven't been vaccinated and you get that shit when you're like Weibo's age, there's a good chance it'll kill you.
Well, so I had chickenpox when I was young. And purportedly, that's going to immunize you from it in the future.
Yes.
But then when around 21, 22, I got it again, except this time it's called shingles.
Shingles, yes.
And it is the most painful fucking thing I've ever had, short of that migraine I had last week. It was like having the worst sunburn you can imagine on just one side of your body.
I don't get sunburn.
Huh?
I don't get sunburn.
Shut up.
Well, why?
Because I get darker, not sunburned.
That's racist.
I can get sunburnt from a high wattage light bulb.
I don't think Weibo was immunized when she was a kid. She's just chicken now.
Yeah.
How the fuck am I just chicken now?
It was absorbed into your system. Now you're just chicken.
Backscan says, can you get vaccinated as an adult? I believe you can.
Yeah, so you can get shingles vaccine. You can get,
The vaccine is not 100%. People do still get it after they've been vaccinated, but it is still, that was what convinced me, because like I said, I grew up, everybody, you did that. So-and-so over here has chickenpox. Go have your kids play with them for a little bit. And everybody just did it. And then when I read those statistics, again, it didn't seem like a lot. It's only a couple of thousand kids each year. No, I know that sounds
terrible, Monkey. That's a couple thousand.
But no, compared to what some other things that kill kids, it's really not that big of a deal. But like I said, if I was that parent, this is what convinced me. If I was that parent with a dead kid and I was like, I could have got a vaccination for that, I'd have felt horrible. So it's like, yeah, absolutely, give them that shot. Wired Lotus, thank you so much for the donation with no message. I appreciate it. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm not positive it was necessary, but I wouldn't want to be that parent who was like, I could have.
But no, my child gets to die.
Yeah.
It's okay. As
for government, this to me isn't like the MMR shots or any of that, because those ones, those diseases just kill kids outright or leave them crippled for life.
Ooh.
But still, herd immunity, my friends. Herd immunity. All right. I'm glad you guys are going with me on that.
Yeah, sure.
Herd immunity.
Do we have any more news?
I'm sure there's other news out there, but I have faith that our viewers have given us plenty to deal with.
I'm sure they have. Let's ask them, shall we? Guys, if there's a story you'd like us to read on air and you want to send it to us, there's a hashtag on Twitter. It is the hashtag MSS News. We can't get to all the stories because you guys send us so many submissions, and we love you for it. But we just can't get to them because Weibo had surgery.
Is that why?
That's why.
Yes.
Scribbles.
This one comes from Quinn Harrison. The newest Cadbury bunny is an English bulldog from North Carolina.
What?
Quote, everyone wants to be the Cadbury bunny, but there's only one Cadbury bunny, was the slogan from the chocolate brand's iconic 1994 commercial. 25 years later, the latest Cadbury bunny is an English bulldog named Henry, who lives in Wilmington, North Carolina. Henry is the winner of Cadbury's first ever bunny tryouts, according to a news release from the brand known for its chocolate shell cream eggs. As such, Henry will star with the Cadbury bunny in a commercial that will be released in April, according to the news release. The 18-month-old English bulldog beat out a field of more, at least didn't say beat out a field of more than 4,000 bunny ear wearing pets who competed to appear in the Easter commercial. Along with dogs and cats, the field of 20 semifinalists also included a lizard, a llama, a bunny, a horse, a goat, and a bearded dragon.
Oh.
So there you go, the Cadbury Bulldog.
I should have entered Manny.
You
I have
should
a
have.
question. What's
Yes.
a Cadbury bunny?
Oh my God.
Damn kids.
Bok, bok, bok,
Jesus
bok, 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 bok,
Yes.
bok, bok.
In the Cadbury commercials, instead of actually having a rabbit, they had they had a bunny rabbit instead of a chicken.
No.
That's what I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
so Cadbury eggs, and it was a bunny that sounds like a chicken.
And then you get the idea that he's laying the eggs, the chicken
Yes.
eggs.
Yeah. The
They're made
rabbit
of
chicken egg.
chocolate and filled with sugar goo. Sugar
Yeah.
cum. That's what's in those things. It's sugar cum.
Oh.
Bunny poopy sugar cum.
It's just,
Okay. Now
I don't
I'm
like those things. Lady
not
Monkey loves them.
appetized at all.
Yeah, I know people who are addicted to those things. I can't. No.
They're too sweet. Way too sweet.
Let's see. Next, we'll do this one from Massive Dynamics. Oh, are we boring you?
If you
No, I'm sorry.
go lay down,
It's just over there.
Yeah. You want to lay down and let the
She
chemo
just
do its
had-
work?
you just had surgery, honey. It's
I did
okay
just
to
have
rest.
surgery.
Yeah. If you
Yesterday,
want to
I
go,
had the surgery.
if you just want to like go in the background and nap, we'll just watch you while we're doing the show.
You just watch you nap.
Pardon me?
I like to watch you while you sleep.
I should probably go lay down because
Yes, you should.
okay.
Thank you for joining us.
No,
We love
wait,
Thank
you.
you for having
Wait,
me on.
Satsu, get ready. Get ready.
Weibo, I'm gonna put you to sleep.
I did it.
Her facial reaction was perfect. And there's much more. You go get some sleep, sweetie. Seriously,
Yep.
just go rest. 'Cause,
Okay.
I mean, you've been through a lot. Go lay down.
Okay.
Bye, Weibo.
Thanks for having me on. Thank you, chat, for enduring me and my shenanigans and my lack of knowledge about things that I don't know about. And also this cancerous face right here. And thank
Bye.
you for having me on,
Bye.
Monkey and Satsu and Scribbles.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, sweetie.
Feel better.
Feel better.
I will. Thank you.
All right. Well, let's see. This one, as I was saying, comes from Massive Dynamics. I'll go to jail for my beliefs, says devout Catholic mother set to be questioned by police for calling someone's transgender daughter he in a tweet after they debated primary school sex education with Piers Morgan on Good Morning Britain. That is the headline. That entire thing I just read is the headline of the story.
Dear
and now
fuck.
my phone is beeping at me. I think I'm okay. All right. We'll find out in about 2 hours. A devout Catholic and mother is the subject of a 5-month police investigation after she was accused of calling a transgender woman a he on Twitter. Yes, that is something that actually happened in this world, everyone. Caroline Farrow, a broadcaster and writer for Roman Catholic newspapers, said she had a phone call from an officer on Monday asking her to attend an interview. Mrs. Farrow, 44, said she may have posted the suspect tweet following an appearance on Good Morning Britain last September, during which she took part in a debate on transgender children. She said she was prepared to go to jail, adding, quote, "I don't know what I am suspected to have done. The only thing I can think of is that I may have referred to a 23-year-old transgender woman as someone's son. I try at all times to be polite on Twitter, but it is my belief on both a religious and scientific basis that you cannot change the sex into which you were born." Scrolling way down. She added the officer said her tweets had misgendered an individual by using the wrong pronoun, which could be an offense under the Malicious Communications Act. Sentences for those found guilty under this act can be as long as 2 years.
Wow,
Dear
that is
fuck.
fascinating.
The law makes it a crime to send messages that are indecent or grossly offensive, threatening, or contain information which is false or believed to be false if the purpose for sending it is to cause distress or anxiety. I am just fascinated to know how they can divine any of that from a tweet out of any context.
Especially believed to be false. What the fuck?
Believed to be false. Yeah.
I'm going to rant in a second. Chicago Mike, thank you. Which is worse, Cadbury eggs or Peeps? I can't stand either. I'm not a fan of either, but the eggs are much, much worse. They're just so sweet.
So
the idea that you can be arrested for misgendering and possibly serve 2 years in jail for that shit. What the fuck are you doing over there, UK?
Yeah, there's actual crimes you can commit that won't get you 2 years. But
this is the place where they're actually asking people online where we don't have the resources to police the whole community. Where should we go patrol? Ragnock, thank you. 7 years for questioning the 2 years? Probably. 7 years.
right.
What the fuck? You know what? I have to say this. I've mentioned many times my idea that the U.S. should be pushing free speech around the world, the way we push everything else. We just had Donald Trump a month ago talking about how we were going to push the rest of the world to give homosexuals rights around the world, which is great. I absolutely. But you know what would be easier? Letting those people argue for themselves by having free fucking speech and being able to say what the fuck they want. This isn't some third world fucking country. We're talking about the United Kingdom, for fuck's sake. And this woman could go to jail for saying him or his rather than her. What the fuck are we talking about?
we got baby North Korea. They're starting to.
Jesus Christ. Thank you, Three-Sided Coin. And you think these people should govern themselves? Oh, man.
Well,
in fairness, the rest of the EU is just as bad.
all right. This one comes from Jim Heelis. He of the comic book Blue Mamba, who might be on the way to making an issue 2.
Sweet.
Just on a side note. Nowata County Sheriff and deputies resign over jail concerns. The Nowata County Sheriff and all of her patrol deputies resigned Monday rather than obey an order to move prisoners back into the county jail, which was closed after a carbon monoxide leak was discovered. The sheriff said no repairs had been made and the order would jeopardize the lives of prisoners. Quote, "I believe in doing the right thing and I'm not going to stand down from doing the right thing," said Barnett. Sheriff Barnett resigned effective at 11 a.m., 2 hours after the judge's order. She said she had not considered resigning until a meeting with the judge last Thursday, when she says he suggested the prisoners be moved back into the jail to save money. Last month, Nowata County transferred 14 prisoners to Washington County after the jail was evacuated. The now former undersheriff, Mark Kirshner, said today it was actually cheaper to house the small number of prisoners elsewhere than to operate the jail. Barnett was elected and took office 5 months ago, but today was spent packing boxes to leave. Quote, I guess Nowata County will continue their search for a sheriff who will do what they want because I am not that sheriff, said Barnett. To have a judge order you to bring inmates back to that facility when nothing has been done is inexcusable, unquote. Kudos to her for sticking to her guns, no pun intended.
Yeah, no shit. If nothing was fixed and you had to move them out because of what was bad there, you should fix that before. Look, even for prisoners, I mean, yeah, they're dirty criminals, but come on.
They're still people.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Point Curation. First Amendment in Canada, we need to guarantee the ability to live in peace and liberty, and we need the ability to say the crown has no clothes. I am free speech all the way, my friend. I hope you get it, but it's not going to happen there.
Let's see. This one comes from Frost and Glass. Excuse me. Amherst College releases insane common language document. Okay. On Wednesday, Amherst College in Massachusetts released a new common language document for its students, which lays out, quote unquote, definitions about everything from capitalism to drag queens.
Say that again.
Okay. On Wednesday, Amherst College in Massachusetts released a new common language document for its students, which lays out definitions about everything from capitalism to drag queens.
Okay.
The document was released by the Office of Diversity and Inclusion in an email to students. Quote, this project emerged out of a need to come to a common and shared understanding of language in order to foster opportunities for community building and effective communication within and across difference, the email said. It includes a list of carefully researched and thoughtfully discussed definitions for key diversity and inclusion terms.
Couldn't they just go to a dictionary?
This is what we call Newspeak, everyone. If you ever read 1984 by Orwell, this is Newspeak. The document attempted to, quote unquote, define capitalism, calling it an, quote, economic and political system in which a country's trade and industry are controlled by private owners for profit rather than by the state. This system leads to exploitive labor practices which affect marginalized groups disproportionately, unquote.
What?
That is the definition of capitalism in the Newspeak.
What?
Oh, wait. Okay. Because I was just about to ask that. Could you read that again for me? Because I was waiting for the actual definition of capitalism that they gave.
Sure.
So,
the definition they gave is economic and political system in which a country's trade and industry are controlled by private owners for profit rather than by the state. This system leads to exploitive labor practices which affect marginalized groups disproportionately, unquote.
okay. All right.
The term legal/illegal is deemed, quote, a highly racialized term to describe a person's presence in a nation without government-issued immigration status. The definition goes on to call the term, quote, not an appropriate noun or adjective to describe an individual, adding that it is, quote, often misused to designate certain undocumented members of a society, specifically people of color, to deny their contributions, right to exist, and recognition as people within certain national boundaries.
What?
Oh my God.
Assimilation, the word assimilation, is frowned upon in the document and explained as often happening, quote, as a response to forms of oppression, including, but not limited to, xenophobia, racism, cis-heteronormativity, and religious oppression, among other types of oppression.
Oh, fuck off.
The document claimed that there is no such thing as reverse oppression.
True.
You're absolutely right. Adding, quote, oppression is predicated upon access to institutional power. Marginalized communities do not have access to institutionalized power.
Oh, fuck off.
Well, Barack Obama did not have access.
That is not why reverse oppression doesn't exist. Reverse oppression doesn't exist because the reverse part is meaningless. It's either oppression or it's not.
Yeah, I just did a video on reverse racism, and anyway,
that is the first time I've heard reverse oppression. Oh no, Scribbles, scroll to the end. There's a update. Scroll to the update.
Spoiler alert. Update. Following the publication of this article, the college's chief diversity and inclusion officer, Norm Jones, sent an email telling students that it was a mistake to send the document from his office because, quote, of the implication that the guide is meant to dictate speech and expression or ideology on campus. That was not a mistake, dude. That was exactly what the fuck you were trying to do.
Oh my God.
Quote, it does not represent an official position of the college or an expectation that everyone on campus should use any particular language or share a point of view, Jones added. Quote, the goal was to help create greater awareness of the ways many people at Amherst and beyond understand their own identities. What? Okay.
That explains the capitalism one, doesn't it?
Okay. The actual copy of the document is now gone from the link that was provided. I would love to find a copy of the original document. If somebody's got that out there, tweet it to me, please. I don't know if I'll do a video on it, but I might do a quick live stream just reading it out because that's hilarious.
Who wrote this? Oh, Cassie wrote that. I wonder, she doesn't actually. I'm gonna reach out to the woman who wrote this and see if she has a different copy of it.
Yeah, I'd like a full copy if I could. All right, well, that was amazing.
Lightning.
Let's see. Moving on. This one comes from senior staff reporter and chief Florida correspondent Colleen Bernier. Fridge full of beer magically appears in flooded field just as tired guys pass by. Lincoln, Nebraska. Parts of the Midwest are seeing record flooding as rivers overrun their banks and inundate homes and businesses, displacing hundreds of people. In Nebraska, Kyle Simpson and his friend Gayland Stouffer spent a long day Sunday cleaning Simpson's flooded property on the Platte River. As the pair were trudging back to their car, which was parked more than a mile away, Stouffer spotted what looked like a refrigerator not too far off what remained of the road. As Stouffer went to check it out, Simpson skeptically looked on. Quote, and he opens it up, and it's full of beer, Simpson said. I said, yeah, right. And he reaches in and says, it's ice cold, Simpson recounted. The fridge, it turns out, was full of cold beer, and what else could they do? They took a selfie with the refrigerator and drank a few brewskis, both marveling over the chances of stumbling across a refrigerator full of beer in the middle of nowhere after a hard day's work. Yeah, I mean, it's the pictures. It looks like it's almost staged. I don't know if it is staged. I'm not saying it is. It just looks a little staged. But who knows?
I have a Streamlabs from Tall Person who says, I have some money for streaming on my birthday. Keep up the good work. I love the work of the Lords of the Night and their affiliates. Happy International Day of Happiness. What a great day to have your birthday. The International Day of Happiness.
We have affiliates? Are we like a network now?
Yes.
We might as well be.
Oh. Who wants to be an affiliate?
I think Weibo's an affiliate. But Satsu, is your didgeridoo warmed up?
Yeah.
Tall Person, I understand, is your birthday. And thank you so much for the generous donation. This one, my friend, is for you.
I'm going to sing like a giraffe.
Cool. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Thompson. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dude. I hope you had a great one. I really do.
I don't know what giraffes actually sound like. That was just my impression.
Clearly.
I was just guessing. I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm doing the same amount of investigative work as the British police are when it comes to identifying tweets meant for anxiety purposes.
Satsu's mom is in chat. Hi, Mama Satsu. How you doing, sweetie?
Hey, Mama.
I don't know. Mama Satsu apparently doesn't like me.
Subscribe to Scribe. That's kind of hard to say. Mom Satsu. Guys, I forgot to do this earlier. That is the link to the GoFundMe for Moonshot. Excuse me, I'm joking on a swallow here.
What, you're eating birds now?
Yeah, it's one of those things that's happened ever since the damn surgery where they fucked up my throat. I go to say something and it just catches in my throat. Oh, look what Mama Satsu just said.
What'd she say?
She said, I love you, Scribe.
Oh, thank you, Mama Satsu.
So she yelled it at you.
Oh my God. I don't know. Is that threatening? Satsu, tell me, is that threatening?
No.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mama Satsu.
But guys, Moonshot dealing with some cancer stuff, and this is a fundraiser to help pay for all the crap that comes along with it. Man, cancer is expensive. If it doesn't kill you, the bills will. So, guys, if you can help out in any way, please think of Moonshot and do so.
All right. This one comes from Top Ramen Lewis. Hundreds of hotel guests were secretly filmed and live streamed online. About 1,600 people have been secretly filmed in hotel rooms in South Korea, with the footage live streamed online for paying customers to watch, police said Wednesday. 2 men have been arrested and another pair investigated in connection with the scandal, which involved 42 rooms in 30 accommodations in 10 cities around the country. Police said there was no indication the businesses themselves were complicit in the scheme. In South Korea, small hotels of the type involved in this case are generally referred to as motels or inns. Cameras were hidden inside digital TV boxes, wall sockets, and hairdryer holders, and the footage was streamed online. The site had more than 4,000 members, 97 of whom paid a $44.95 monthly fee to access extra features, such as the ability to replay certain live streams. Between November 2018 and this month, police said the service brought in upward of $6,000. Not much, but hey. Quote, there was a similar case in the past where illegal cameras were secretly installed and were consistently and secretly watched, but this is the first time the police caught where videos were broadcast live on the internet. South Korea has a serious problem with spy cameras and illicit filming. In 2017, more than 6,400 cases of illegal filming were reported to police, compared to around 2,400 in 2012. Last year, tens of thousands of women took to the streets of Seoul and other cities to protest against the practice and demand action under the slogan, "My life is not your porn." Well, tell that to the reality TV crowd.
That's an interesting slogan.
Yeah.
My life is not your porn. Look, I'm with them. That's fucked up, but that's a bad hashtag.
Let's see. This one comes from George Mason. Woman shot herself in the head while cuffed with hands behind her back during traffic stop in suicide, police say.
Get the fuck out of here.
No.
Okay, a 19-year-old woman involved in a traffic stop committed suicide after shooting herself through the mouth while her hands were cuffed behind her back, Virginia police said.
Is that right? Is that what they said?
I really want to know the logistics of this trick. Sarah Wilson and her boyfriend were arrested during a stop in Chesapeake in July 2018 after cops allegedly found drugs in the 1996 Lexus the couple were driving. Police said they handcuffed Wilson and, while attempting to apprehend her boyfriend, 27-year-old Holden Medlin, he became combative and ran away from the scene. Cops then reportedly left Wilson handcuffed with her hands behind her back as they ran to catch Medlin. While unattended, police say, I want to underscore that there, She was able to grab a weapon out of the Lexus, contorted her body, and shot herself through the mouth.
Uh-huh.
An internal investigation was launched after her death, which has since been concluded, though police have declined to comment on its outcome. A medical examiner confirmed on Thursday that Wilson died of a suicide, but friends and family continue to doubt the official story. I don't fucking blame them. Quote, in all of her life, I have never known her to shoot a gun, own a gun, or even hold a gun, Wilson's mother, Dawn, told ABC 13 last year. She told the station she spoke to witnesses who told her the police were responsible for her daughter's death. Quote, there are a few different stories, but they all end the same, that the police shot her, she said. Things are not matching up. Somewhere, somehow, there is a discrepancy. Body cam footage that may have been able to answer any questions about the incident is unavailable. A police spokesperson said in August that a body cam on one of the officers during the stop was knocked off the officer's uniform during the struggle.
Huh.
Jesus Christ. Well, we should do we have the body cam footage of it being knocked off? At least that would back up his statement.
No, apparently it's not available. No.
That's interesting.
How many more am I going to do, Monkey?
We'll do. Let's just do one more. But before we do that, guys, I did update the description with the link for Moonshock's GoFundMe. So please check that out and donate if you can, or share it with people who may be able to.
There you go. This one comes from Griffin, if it'll come up. Missouri Senate bans all federal gun control laws in proposed bill. Okay. Missouri may have just made the most monumental step towards freedom and individual liberty since the signing of the Bill of Rights. Interesting. In an upcoming vote by Missouri's state Senate, the state is expected to pass a bill that would nullify all federal gun laws and regulations and make enforcement of those laws by federal officers within the state of Missouri a criminal offense.
That's not how it works, sweetie.
That's not how our country works, I'm afraid.
You can't just write a law that overrides the Second Amendment.
Yeah. Sorry. Or overrides federal law. It just no. I mean, there's room to maneuver for the states within federal laws, yes, but you don't get to just say they don't count anymore, or that the federal officials can't enforce them. The ATF can still come in and enforce federal firearms laws. I hate to tell you that. That's the way it works.
I'm all for states having as much possible control as they can, but yeah, this is not at all how it works.
Let's see. I'll read just a bit of it. A stipulation of the newly passed bill states, quote, Jesus, all federal acts, laws, executive orders, administrative orders, court orders, rules, and regulations, whether past, present, or future, which infringe on the people's right to keep and bear arms as guaranteed by the Second Amendment to the United States, 1 and Section 23 of the Missouri Constitution, shall be invalid in this state, shall not be recognized by this state, shall be specifically rejected by this state, and shall be considered null and void and of no effect in this state, unquote.
Yeah, we'll unpack that in a second. Cryptic earlier, thank you so much. It's okay. Their eyelids cover half of the content, talking about the porn thing over there. That's an Asian joke. He's Asian, YouTube. You can't get me in trouble for that. By the way, Cryptic, I hope you've been well. I haven't seen you for a while, bud. It's nice to see you around. And the next 6 minutes, amazing, super, totally awesome Lords of the Night. Thank you. Yes, we are. Thanks for noticing. The states can't just null and void federal law. It's not how it works. If you don't like the law, there is a way you can. There's a remedy for that. It's called the courts. But yeah, you can't just go. I don't like this law, which, by the way, is the problem with federal or with the state marijuana laws and stuff, because that is still illegal on the federal level. Yeah, you have to go through the courts. I'm sorry, I don't like the courts either, but that's how it works. You can't just do that. That'd be like them going, "Oh, we've decided that the federal laws on free speech don't apply to us here." It doesn't work that way. Did you gentlemen have a comment on that dumbass story?
Nope.
Nope.
I think
I
you
said
pretty
my
much
piece.
covered it.
It saddens me that our lawmakers don't understand this. I mean, anyhow, guys, thank you so much for the submissions, and man, you guys are amazing. You do so much for us, and I hope we give back by the awesome didgeridoo playing that we have. With that, guys, we're going to move on to YouTube time. Satsu, you're up first. What did you do?
I recorded some footage of me making my taco salad because it was delicious. And I got my little mount for my phone or whatever, so I was able to get some reasonable camera angles or whatever, and I'm trying to test this whole thing out. So this next video is not, I wouldn't call it great. I still need to edit it and stuff or whatever and try to get used to using my phone as a camera because it's a little weird. But yeah, I recorded that footage. I'll be editing it probably tomorrow morning when I get up, and you guys will be seeing that when it comes out. Other than that, just a lot of behind the scenes stuff, getting all three, figuring out how to juggle all three of these channels.
Connor Johnson, thank you so much. Did any of you guys see the new Toy Story 4 trailer? I saw pictures from it. I haven't watched the trailer. You guys?
I haven't seen Toy Story 3, so I don't.
No, I didn't see it.
There's a lot of people upset that they changed the little boy in it.
Oh.
He looks a little different now.
Doesn't he grow up though?
No, he's still a little kid, but Satsu, we do need to tell these guys we are probably shutting down the Wednesday night streams. We're having one tonight. We'll be over on 2 Cents Plus after this. But is this going to be our last one, or are we doing one more?
This will be our last one.
All right, so this way we're not closing down the server, guys. We'll keep it open. We'll still have it open, say Tuesday through Thursdays, but it just won't be broadcast anywhere. So the server will be up. The stream will not. Thank you, Dark Shade. Buffalo. Being grammatically correct is fun. Okay.
I have no idea.
I'm not sure what that all means. But Scribbles, I'm going to let you go next because mine basically bleeds into fucketry time. So what'd you do?
It bleeds?
It bleeds.
Jesus. So in another coincidence of like minds, about a week ago or so, Irate Bear posted a response to a video from Mike.com about affirmative action. Unbeknownst to him, I had already done a video response to that. Not that I'm complaining or anything, but it just was one of those coincidences kind of things. Well, then today, he posted a response video to a video from Splinter on toxic masculinity, which those of you who have been listening for the last several days or a week or so will know that's something that I had been working on, but set aside to do my more recent TEDx video. So that inspired me to get working on getting that thing put together and done, which I did this afternoon. So I have that to upload. The only hesitation I have in uploading it is because the new YouTube Creator Studio sucks ass. I don't know if you guys have had to deal with this, the Creator Studio beta thing yet, or Studio Beta. It is terrible.
Uh-oh.
You know how at least I don't know if you guys have experienced this yet, but when you want to edit a video, you go to a control panel that deals with that video, correct? Yeah, that's gone. Now you have to go to a drop-down menu list of things individually to control videos on a checklist. So you get your list of videos where you have little check boxes. You have to check box it. Then you have to say edit. Then you get a drop-down list of all the various options. You know what one of those options isn't?
Live stream.
Custom thumbnail.
Oh, Oh,
I don't know how to put a custom thumbnail on there. I had to revert back to the old Creator Studio to put my thumbnail on, but then my thumbnail didn't appear. It was the default image for my channel. And then it says things like when I wanted to unlist the previous live stream for Lords of the Night. Live streams are now in their own tab, by the way. They're not mixed in amongst the other videos. It gave me a message like, once you do this, it is permanent and cannot be changed. And I'm like, going from public to unlisted, I can't change it back?
Well,
What?
that's been a thing, but it only happens once you save it.
Yeah.
I've had that issue happen to me a couple times where I've accidentally clicked public, and you can't switch it after that. Like, it's published.
Yeah, great. Well, anyway, so I don't even know if I feel comfortable trying to upload a video with this thing. It's so kooky. The other thing too is that speaking of things that YouTube has done, they disabled their filtering system for date ranges. So if you wanted to look up, let's say, I don't know, social justice education and see what videos on such a subject have been posted in the last day, it doesn't work for anybody. Apparently, this has something to do with, I hear, the New Zealand shooting footage.
Oh, yeah.
That they've disabled searching or filtering by date posted because of the shooting footage. Not quite sure how that prevents shooting footage from being out there or found, but they apparently did that. At least that's what I hear. Anyway, it made coming up with a new video project today kind of difficult, but I did find one. So in addition to the thing I've already finished, and as a sort of an answer to Irate Bear, and coincidentally enough, given one of the stories we just read for MSS News, I found a video where a very, very wise person explains to us the dangers of mispronouncing people.
Oh, fuck off.
It's about 4 minutes long, and it's ridiculous, but also kind of funny. So anyway, between the video that I already have finished and hope to post after the show, as long as YouTube doesn't screw it over, and the criminally undersubbed Your Boy Pat edition, which I'm now planning on doing. I also have that one to work on as well. So, and on top of all that, Sunday at noon Pacific, I'll be interviewing Eric Hammer for Familiar with the Matter as a follow-up to Diesel Dave's long haul trucking episode. I think I'm done now.
Okay. Darkshade, thank you so much. The shortest grammatically correct sentence is go. What about no? Is that not a... That should be right? They're tied.
Or what about just me?
All 2 letters, so they should all be tied.
If I answer a question with me, 2-letter word, or I, you know,
The letter me.
letter me.
The new YouTube thing, I hate it, and I switch back over every time, and every time you switch back over, they make you tell them why you're switching back to the old way.
Yeah.
And so far, none of mine have been positive. Coincidentally, I was just absolutely kicked from my Google account. That's why I disappeared there for a second, guys. Yeah.
I tweeted YouTube saying, guys, this sucks. At least give us back our control panel per video. At least. Because this other stuff is nonsense. The drop down is garbage.
The whole thing is disgusting. I don't know why. The old way, I mean, maybe it wasn't the prettiest, but it was easy to get to everything.
Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. What the fuck were they thinking?
They were thinking we have to be cool and edgy. I did a Monkey in the Morning, and I did it. We logged off of here last night. We didn't have a game stream, so I jumped in and was playing a little bit of Tropico 6 beta. And while I was doing that, I threw on the stream that Pat and Sofane did. They did a Destiny 2 stream yesterday, but the first about hour of it was all dedicated to the what's it called? The Electoral College. God, fucking brain of mine. Jesus Christ. But it was all to all of that shit. And a decent portion of it was dedicated to me.
Oh.
And I tried to clear up a few things. Real quick, thank you, Dark Shade. Nope, both of those are wrong.
Oh, me and an I or whatever.
Just saying no is not a full sentence.
mean,
I
it's
feel
an
like that
answer.
should be.
Okay.
That needs to be fixed in the annals of grammatically correct language. But I tried to address specific points that he brought up. Some about the Electoral College itself, and some about the misconceptions he had about my post. He felt my post was an overreaction.
Hmm.
I maintain that it was not. This was not. While I was answering him, it wasn't necessarily directed just at him. That's why I said at the beginning of it is I'm so tired of this shit, of hearing this shit. As far as I know, or that I can remember, that's the first time I've ever commented or seen Sofane talk about the Electoral College. I've seen many people do it. And especially after the election, because of course Donald Trump won because of the Electoral College and not because of the popular vote. Fane also took offense at the fact that I said that in a very sarcastic voice, a very sarcastic quote. It was somebody talking to me about how they didn't like the person who won. So Fane said, I've been against this since I first started noticing politics. It never made sense to me. And I have no reason to disagree with him there. If he says that, I have no reason to call him a liar or anything. Excuse me. I haven't known him long enough to make that call. Perfectly willing to believe that is true. However, he said he was glad to see it trending. Well, it was absolutely trending because Elizabeth Warren brought it up. And Elizabeth Warren brought it up is because because of 2016. The only reason we're talking about it since Obama left is because Trump won because of the Electoral College. If Trump had won with the popular vote and the Electoral College, nobody would care. If Clinton had done the same, nobody would care. We wouldn't be hearing about it. And I know this because we didn't hear about it for 8 fucking years under Obama. I don't remember one goddamn main story about, hey, we need to change the Electoral College. It's only when a candidate loses because of it. Darkshade, thank you. In order for a sentence to be grammatically correct, the subject and verb must both be singular or plural. I'm sure. Okay.
Isn't me singular? Oh wait, it has to be a verb as well at the same time. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
I suppose so. Anyhow, I spent probably 45 minutes to an hour explaining my side of this and everything, and I tagged Sofane in it. I tagged him in it, and this is where we're going to get into fucketry. I'm just going to do this one real quick, and then I'll let you guys go, and then I'll get back to me. But like, dude, you might want to take a look at this because it's like, dude, this explains, my position on this. And he responded to me, I've been strawman and called names quite enough over the last 24 hours. Thanks anyway.
Okay.
So he's not even going to watch it. So I did my part. I tried explaining, and this is my policy when you get offended at something I say. I will do my best to explain. And at that point, it's entirely on you, especially if you don't even want to listen to the explanation. So that's what I did today. I tried to explain my part of that, and probably could have talked about titties and ass and got better views instead.
Well,
people like titties and ass.
I could have told you that he would have declined it, and that's just a cop-out excuse. You were actually making a real argument instead of doing what he was doing and talking shit and trolling. And he's like, "Well, I don't want to have to address your actual points." So, no. If you're bringing up your actual points and your real argument, and I have to address you like an actual opposition, treat you like an individual with individual thoughts, then no, I don't want to do that. But yeah, I'll fucking go back and forth with people on Twitter all the time. I'm too much of a bitch to have an actual conversation now. I'm sorry. I hate people like that.
I hope someday he watches it, or at least catches part of it. If not, and look, I still like Sofane. He can be mad at me if he wants. I've had arguments and stuff with people I like before, so shit happens. Do you guys have any fucketry?
Not me. I was working and then I had to go off to my appointment, so I didn't have a lot of time to muck around on the intertubes today.
All right. And Satsu?
No, I didn't really get into much. Just actually fucking around. Most of the shit I've seen on the internet was either hilarious or delicious.
Nice.
I was looking at a lot of food stuff.
I'm so sorry, guys, that I missed this. I was talking to Scribe when we first were setting up the stream tonight, and I came across this tweet that I really, really, really wanted to have here so I could read it to you. I wonder if I can find it. Let's see.
Okay.
I'm 99% sure it is a troll.
All right. Yeah.
But there's actual arguments popping up around this. And fuck, God, too many people are talking about it to find the. Why don't you people fucking quote tweet? What is wrong with you? Let's see. No, anyway, it was a tweet basically saying that if you're a man and you change diapers or you wear a baby carrier or you push a stroller, the woman you're with will have no respect for you. There's just no way she can.
Who
the guy
that?
goes on, huh?
Who said that?
I forget the account. That's the problem. I can't remember. You know my memory, right? It's not somebody I follow. Somebody I follow had liked it or commented on it or something like that, so it popped up in my feed. I'm 99% sure it's a troll. But Reno says that guy isn't wrong. He absolutely is. I know a lot of women who get like really turned on by I'm using air quotes here because you got to define it yourself, but a good dad, somebody who actually takes care of a baby. Women really like guys with babies. It's weird. See, Nuts just said it. What bullshit. There's a lot of women who like a guy who helps take care of the baby.
Where can I find a baby?
Oh,
yeah. Well, it's not just a baby. This is a man who's going to help. Is going to take care of us.
Yeah. Like if you are fucking with any females who literally think that the capability of you being able to be a provider is unattractive, then trust me, you do not want to establish a relationship with her. I promise you, it is not going to go well for you. Just walk away.
The problem, like I said, I think that's a troll account. I really do. Just the way it was written and everything. It seemed to be written to be provocative, but the comments in it, man, there were so many of them who were just like, "No, this is absolutely true. Women will not respect you if you even look at a baby, man. They'll be like, oh, he's a bitch." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I want to know how many of those people are single.
I'm sure most of them are.
Yeah, man. It's fucking weird. We didn't talk about Peppa Pig yesterday, did we?
Oh God, I read about this. Yeah.
All right. So the London Fire Brigade, their actual fucking fire department, their verified Twitter came out yesterday and tweeted this: "Come on, at Peppa Pig. We've not been firemen for 30 years. You have a huge influence on kids, and using out-of-date stereotypical gender-specific wording prevents young girls from becoming firefighters. Join our campaign, hashtag firefighting sexism campaign." Here's the deal. In the episode that they're upset that they used the word fireman, the fireman in question is Mama Pig. That's right. The episode that's going to make girls not want to be firemen because they use the word fireman features a female fireman.
Yeah.
That's smart.
That was the part that killed me. I'm just like, so your child is so stupid. This is what you're saying. My child is an idiot, you see. And even if she sees a female in a fireman's outfit, there's no way she could process that is possible because you said fireman. Like
You said fireman. Yep.
It just won't click. My child is retarded, so you have to make it really on the nose because she's too dumb. I mean, she's a girl, right? There's no way she could ever understand that. That could be the case.
See, Satsu, unless they can see themselves in a role, they can never believe they can actually fulfill that role.
No.
So if they don't see a cartoon pig as a firefighter, they can never see themselves as a cartoon pig as a firefighter. Satsu.
I get it now.
I'm glad you
I read that and saw the picture from the episode. I don't remember the episode. I've seen so much Peppa Pig, but I do not remember that episode. It must be a new one. But Mama Pig is the firefighter. She's what the fuck are you talking about?
Monkey, she can't be. She can't be because that's not the word that was used.
Oh man.
She can't be. It doesn't work, Monkey. You have to gender things correctly or not at all.
They have to actually hear the term firefighter in order for them to think that they can be one.
Yes. Yeah. If you don't actually hear that the opportunities are neutral, then you will think forever that the opportunities are closed to you based on your gender.
Yes.
Okay, devil's advocate. Let me ask you this. How did the first female fireman become a firefighter if they were always called firemen and she couldn't see herself that way?
Well, Monkey, gender is fluid.
You fuck.
I wrong? Am I wrong, Monkey?
No, you're unfortunately right. That's the kind of thinking these assholes have. But yeah, literally it would be, look, I don't think it would be a good argument if, they had a male character doing it, but they literally had a female character doing it. And they're like, well, you used the wrong word. Like, oh, fuck off. Just fuck right off.
Like I said, it's always the ones who are the morally superior that always end up having the most offensive viewpoints of the people who they think they're trying to protect. It's strange.
Peter says, Mama Pig is a firefighter. Can she lift the dead weight of an unconscious adult pig? Remember, this is a cartoon. They can do anything. In that show, the male characters all have a specific job. And most of the female characters do, but Miss Rabbit, she does almost everything else. She's the doctor. She's the there's a doctor, but she's the what else does she do? She runs the grocery store. She has 900 jobs. She gets pregnant at one point and she can't do them, so her twin sister has to go do them, and it just wears her right the fuck out. Most of the jobs in that are done by a single woman. Woman power. It's just fucking asinine. It's a fucking kids cartoon, you idiots. Where there's a woman fireman, you dumbasses. Anyhow, the other one I saw, this was just before. Was it just before we went live or just after? Where'd that go?
Oh.
Doobie doobie doo. Oh, it was just before. This was also when you and I were talking at the beginning. A 40-year-old Mexican immigrant died in U.S. custody, guys. Which is not cool. I mean, anybody dying, I'm not happy. Well, there's certain murderers and stuff that if they died, I'd be like, cool. But it's not cool. This guy, he's just an illegal. I don't want illegals to die. But the unidentified man died after being diagnosed with flu-like symptoms, liver failure, and renal failure. He's a repeated border crosser, a repeated illegal. He's illegal to the second power, something like that. But what this article doesn't say is if this is how he came across the border, because they're presenting it and it's being pushed all over the Twitters as either he was neglected or maybe we did something to him that caused renal failure and liver failure. In the other cases that we know of where people have come across the border like that, so far, those two kids that there was so much talk about right around Christmas time, they came over sick. Border Patrol, they're not miracle workers. Doctors cannot save you if you are in renal and liver failure. It doesn't matter where you're at. That's it. And to sit here and try to use that as some way, oh, look how horrible they're treating the illegals. No, sorry, that's not how things work. If they come over like that, there's literally nothing that can be done for them. Nothing. Sleepy says might have something to do with crossing a fucking desert. No shit. Yeah. They know that was part of the problem with that little girl, the first one that this happened with. But this has become the big push. If somebody dies in ICE custody, they're like, oh, look at how people died. Yeah, people die sometimes, and it sucks. But this isn't like the girl who shot herself in the mouth with her hands behind her back. There's nothing fishy here. It's just it's a tragic story of a guy who came illegally and died. I mean, maybe he was crossing to try to get to a doctor for treatment that was too late anyway. It doesn't matter. You can't blame that on fucking ICE. That's not how it works.
Yeah, well, that's what they're gonna do anyway, because convenience, and that's what I said. It's so weird seeing people get like really excited and just kind of rally behind whatever it is that they're trying to push politically when somebody dies, because they have this sympathetic air about them, like, oh my god, this horrible thing happened, but they seem so gung-ho and excited about, like, yes, we can use this thing against people we don't like. It sucks you died, but I'm fucking glad you did.
in fairness on that, when an illegal shoots somebody, the other side seems way too happy about it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all people who get political extremists everywhere. Like, this ain't even a side. It's just like people get so excited about when people die, how somebody it can benefit their narrative. Yeah, like it's fucking annoying. And that's what I think. When I was talking to Sophie on Twitter. When I had said that a lot of people who hold beliefs on Twitter only hold them when they're convenient. And he was like, oh, sounds like you're projecting. I'm like, it sounds like you think I'm specifically talking about you and your side, which makes you sound a little guilty. But no, I'm talking about people in general, just everybody who is like these diehard people who get into these political arguments and shit. Most of the time, they don't even believe what they're talking about. And if the situation changed slightly in the next 5 minutes, they would be arguing your point for you. But that's just me being cynical. I was saying that about everybody on the internet.
You're not wrong. I've noticed that. Look, the thing that actually kept Trump in the race, because the media destroyed him after his public announcement that he was running for president, and they painted what he said as all Mexicans are rapists, which he didn't say. That's not even close to what he said. Nope. But that was pretty much, they buried him. But then we had the shooting of the girl in San Francisco. I can't remember her name. But that's what brought him back. Because it was like 2 weeks later, she gets killed after the press has made this big deal about how Trump has called all Mexicans racists and murderers. And it was disgusting at the time. Yeah, look, that is a horrible thing that happened. This is a guy who never should have been in the fucking country. But there were people way too happy about the fact this girl got killed.
Yeah.
Kate Steinle, thank you. They're like, see, we have an example we can use. You know what? Sometimes there are examples you can point to, but they just seem way too happy. Like, oh, look, somebody died. Proves the point.
Yeah,
no, that actually doesn't prove the point about illegals. The fact should be that they shouldn't be here because they are illegals, not just the fact that occasionally some of them do the same things that Americans do to each other every fucking day. We don't need their problems. Come in legally and then kill people like an American, damn it.
So if I remember correctly too, that Trump speech, there was like the place that he was at, he was talking to like some Mexican people, wasn't he? Because he said they don't bring good people like you. I mean, when they come over here, they're not bringing good people like you good people in the audience. Like, I swear when I watched the whole clip or whatever, he was like, they're not bringing the good ones, the hard workers, the one that come here and they come here legally or whatever. They're
Well, the way they framed it was entirely bullshit. Yeah. What he was saying is that the people coming across illegally are not the hard workers who are coming here to, be part of the American dream. They're yeah, rapists and thugs are among them. He didn't say that's all there were. He also didn't limit it to Mexicans, as has been reported numerous times. The very next paragraph starts off with him listing the different countries they're coming from south of the border. But yeah. Anything else, gentlemen?
Nah.
I'd like to remind you over on 2 Cents Plus, we'll be playing 7 Days to Die for the last time on the open server. The open servers stay open, but it's the last time we're going to be streaming it out. So if you guys enjoy that, come over and hang out. If you have it on PC, you can come in and join us for a little bit. And it's always a good time. So come hang out. With that, we're going to turn it over to you guys. Questions, comments, concerns, throw them into the chat now. We'll do our best to answer them. Remember, questions, we need them chat marks, and statements that you really want us to pay attention to. We need the statement marks. If you don't know what those mean, you're not watching as often as you should be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I really do hate that new the YouTube beta that they're calling it.
Hey.
It sucks, man. Why do fucking companies do that? Change things. Look, if you're changing something for the better, that's cool. But the new layout is just shit, man.
No, I don't like the layout. I don't like what they've removed. The other thing, it was functional. It worked. It did everything I needed it to do.
Yep.
And that's it. And I don't understand why that wasn't enough. I don't get it. And besides which, the thing is slow. I have to wait for a loading page. It slows down my browser just to get to it. I understand it's in beta, but all the same, like, this is awful. And if I switch back to the classic, apparently some of the options are still broken, even though since I've already switched over, since it already made me switch over to the new one. It's awful.
Okay, let's see. Where's the first one? Pyrus asks, do you think calling them human will discourage girls from living? I think the whole language thing is a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, like I said, in order to hold those views, you have to fundamentally think that girls are stupid. Like, you have to think that they're complete idiots, and there's no way that they could process that information without assistance. Like, they're just too dumb to get it. So you need to dumb it down, and you need to be very blatant, or else they won't understand. That's the only conclusion I can come to, because you can't think that girls are smart and capable at the same time and then say shit like that. Yeah,
the whole idea that saying fireman is going to keep women from wanting to be one is stupid. There's this whole idea that women are dumb, but still strong, and I hate this shit. I really do, because it is. There are things out there you can actually fight for, and that's just not one. Snub asks, are you still going to reset the server as updates and errors happen? Yeah, we'll still keep the server running. Random has access to do that, and if need be, you guys can let me know. And I haven't been playing 7 Days to Die for a while, except for on those streams. So if somebody hits me up on Twitter, let me know when he's done. We can do it. It only takes a couple of minutes. Ramen says, why did the screen go blank like the stream was gone? I have no idea. Probably that new beta system they got. Fucking assholes. Satsu, do you have a nursery ready in your new crib for Squeedus when he or she arrives?
A nursery?
Yeah, someplace where the baby's going to sleep, a baby room.
Oh, yeah. We got everything set up. We don't have all the stuff yet because the baby registry is still up, and there's still a lot of time before the baby's born, so a lot of stuff hasn't been gotten on there. But whatever's not gotten, we'll try our best to fill in the rest. So it's a work in progress, guys. We're working on it.
Fritz says, I think you should give me God mode access to make the last stream interesting. Oh, hell no. I love you, my friend, but no. That's a hard pass. Backscan says that they want to make it complicated to stop people from uploading. I don't think they want people to stop uploading. That's how they make their money. I think somebody there thinks, look how cool this looks.
Yeah, somebody thought, I'm smarter than this old thing, and I gotta show off or something. And good God, I mean, if this is the beta test, if this is actually the beta test, they're actually taking feedback. I hope they're listening because it sucks.
Well, I just got kicked out of Google after making a smart ass remark to them, so I think somebody's listening. Yeah, I had to they kicked me out of Google. It wasn't just out of the stream, man. I had to fucking redo the whole thing. Monkey, can you please do a sassy meow? What's a sassy meow sound like? I don't know how to be sassy. Meow. Is that good? That was more sarcastic than sassy. I can't do it. I don't do sassy very well. Toasty said, why are there now ultra-Orthodox Jewish terrorists, but they are Islamic terrorists are thought the Old Testament was more violent than the Quran. What? The violence, the majority of the violence of the Old Testament wasn't like mandated by God. Why is Sophane acting so hyper left lately?
Lately?
Toasted, you don't have to put two. I appreciate it because it makes it easy to find your question, but just one line of question marks is more than enough. He's been talking about this a few times on Twitter, and he talked about in his video yesterday. The people that skeptics don't like him anymore because he's gone left. He doesn't believe centrists are really a thing. He thinks they're just hiding to not have to take a side. And the SJWs won't embrace him because he was an anti-SJW. From the sound of it, and this is me being an armchair psychologist, he desperately wants a team. He wants somebody to agree with him and back him up when he says stuff, which is fine. I'm more of the opinion that I have my opinions, and if people don't like it, they can suck my ass. He was very mad about me saying "blow me" in that tweet. He found that very rude and offensive. I'm like, I say worse to Scribe and Satsu. Huh. Anyhow, eat a bowl of live worms or get kicked really fucking hard in the nuts, asked Dom O'Leary. Well, honestly, I would take the kick in the nuts because I would not feel it like these two would. I'm on I'm on nerve blockers, man. Gentlemen, eat a bowl of worms or get kicked in the nuts.
Get kicked in the nuts.
There you go, Satsu.
How big is the bowl?
Let's say cereal bowl.
See, I don't want to be responsible. I don't want to be responsible for the murder that'll take place after Squishy found out that somebody kicked me in the nuts. I probably have to do the worms just for the safety of whoever's doing it.
There you go. Ramen Noodle says, fuck this garbage or BS garbage. I'm taking off. Thanks for watching, dude. I don't know what YouTube is, what problem they're having. YouTube, fix your shit. Fritz having God mode would be funny. It would be, but this is still a server we're playing on. Just because we're ending the stream doesn't mean we're ending the server. Toasted said, why didn't Chuck E. Cheese let me in? Don't go there alone, man. They think you're picking out a kid, and that's not cool. I met a room for a nursery in the new place. Sorry, I worded that poorly. Yeah, you have a baby room, right?
Yeah, well, technically.
There you go.
Because this is my gaming room for right now, but when Squeetus is born, that won't be anymore.
Put Squeetus in the kitchen. He'll be fine. If you had to spend the rest of your life in one non-residential building, what would it be?
Non-residential building.
Probably Walmart.
If it's stocked, yeah, Walmart would be great.
Yeah, if it's always stocked, yeah.
Are we talking an abandoned building or one that still works? That's still actively used? Because if actively used, probably a Walmart. But if it's like an old abandoned building, probably something like a fire station. I think that would be fun. Like Ghostbusters, but no ghosts. Scribbles, you have an answer on that one?
What was a
Residential.
non-residential? The Empire State Building.
There you go. RJ says, Renting Monkey, do you love pregnant ladies?
In what way?
Are you talking about, am I attracted to pregnant ladies? I think some women actually look very attractive pregnant. My wife, when she was pregnant, oh, dude, could not get enough of that. But it's not like I see a pregnant lady walking down the street and like I get a boner. Like, ding, turkey's not. No, it's not like that. I think some women do absolutely look beautiful when they're pregnant, and some look like there was a pictorial thing. What would you call it? A bunch of pictures of Jessica Simpson on the New York Post, and her pregnancy pictures that she's been posting on Instagram. And in some of them she looks okay, and in some of them she actually looks more like she's been living in a trailer and drinking too much beer. So no, not all pregnant ladies.
All the pregnant ladies. Oh.
Why do you think about illegal immigrants fucking a cow? Oh, what do you think about it? I didn't read the story. I saw that you did post it over to MSS News. They don't fuck animals. That's my pretty much go-to on anything about fucking animals. Hey, I don't care if you're illegal or not. Lords of Night, if there's an extinct animal you'd want to have an encounter with, what would it be? I don't know all the extinct animals. And most of the ones I do know are big and could kill me. So none. Guys?
No idea.
I don't know.
Mike Gillens, I have to justify my IT paycheck, so I have to break everything. I have a problem with this with a lot of websites. They work fine, and then somebody comes in and like, we're going to change your dashboard so it looks much better and works better for you. And then it's like, what is this garbage you just did? It looks like ass. The new YouTube, your beta looks like ass. There was nothing wrong with the old one.
See, I use the Studio app, and I like the app a lot because it works well for a phone. But it looked like they tried to replicate it for the website, and it sucks.
Well, that's been a big part of it with sites in recent times. Is a lot of it seems to be that they want to go to their app for their website, and the joy of a website is you can do a lot more than you can with an app.
Right.
You don't have to try to stick everything in one little. Data says, I don't understand Satsu Monkey. Don't you like playing 7 Days to Die with your audience and friends? Starts crying. No, we do like it, but sometimes you got to change things up, and this is just a change that's been in the works for a little while.
Yeah, I'm running 3 channels now. Like I got to fill that slot in for something that's a bit more related to like our normal content or whatever. Plus my schedule is going to be changing. Like I'm writing up a new schedule right now or whatever. And that like awkward break to stream on that day, it just doesn't work out with the schedule that I'm setting up. So
Harbos, thank you so much. He asks, haven't been paying much attention today. Why Trump tweet a video where he's telling why he defended his Twitter again? Did he do something? Yes, he's insulting a dead man. He spent a couple of days insulting John McCain.
Kind of a waste of time.
For reasons I can't understand. Look, whether you like John McCain or not, he's dead. He's not a part of the conversation anymore. He can't defend himself, and attacking him is cowardly. I mean, Mr. President, I know you're not listening, but you should be, because this is an awesome show. Watch us instead of Saturday Night Live. I think you'll be happier. But John McCain is dead and has been for a while, and there's no reason to bring him into your arguments over what was the first one he started it with? Not the border. Repeal and replace. That was the big one he was making a stink about, because John McCain said he would be for repeal and replace, and then when it came time to vote, he wasn't. Like, okay, he's not alive. That doesn't matter anymore. If you want to get repeal and replace done, start pushing it through Congress again. Don't go attack a fucking dead man. What the fuck is wrong with you? James Colley, thank you. Sorry, but I'm not a Sofane fan. What he said, or with that said, did really believe he would have a decent conversation with you? Yeah, I think Sofane is actually pretty chill, you guys. I don't know if you guys remember the big IBS Bloodsport stream, the one that pretty much killed IBS. The 6-hour stream that, what did they call it? Bloody Sunday or some shit like that. The Poisoning the Well guys actually made a preview video for, what's it called? A trailer. That's what it is. Which, by the way, is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. They're dressed up like wrestlers, except Pat comes out with no mask on, and you got to watch it. It's funny as hell. But that was because there was an argument between Fane and I think it was Tonka. I can't remember. They'd been sniping at each other, and everybody expected there to be this big yelling match. And Fane came on like, hey, let's just talk it out, and that's what they did. I'm not trying to get anybody to want to like Fane, but you should actually watch him. Don't just judge him by what he says like there on the Twitter. If you judge me just by what I say on Twitter, I don't know if people would have a favorable opinion of me. I'm kind of a dick over there. RJ asked again if I like pregnant ladies. Nuts reminds you guys to come watch us play 7 Days to Die over on 2 Cents Plus. Thank you, sweetie. And she put the link there to make it very easy to find us. And chat jumped because that's what chat does. You know what, YouTube, instead of giving us this beta, fix fucking chat. Make it so that live chat is the default and it doesn't fucking jump when I'm trying to read it, you assholes.
They're like, is that what you want? And you're like, yeah. And they're like, then we're not doing it.
No shit. So instead of an extinct animal to life, what if you can bring a mythical animal to life and eat it? What would it be? Bramble, what was it? Why does everybody wants to bring an animal to life and eat it? You guys are like some severe carnivores. I don't know. I'd like to eat a dragon. I think that'd be kind of cool. Who else could say they ate a dragon, right? Gentlemen, any mythical creature you'd like to bring to life to eat?
I'm sticking with my answer, the Stegosaurus.
That's not mythical. That was a real thing.
No, it's mythical to me because I've never seen it.
The scribbles.
A mythical animal to bring to life to eat. Unicorn.
There you go. Delfred Zero says, but no one touches the monkey butt. Are you lying about that? Or is sucking your ass the only acceptable way? Sucking my ass is just like when I tell somebody to suck my dick. They're not actually allowed to do it. It's just a way of telling them to fuck off in a more creative way. Monkey, how can you defend vaccines when they turn me into a newt? Moving on. Lords of Night, what's your favorite potato?
Kevin Logan.
Man. French fries, honestly. And I don't care what kind of potato it comes from. I just like French fries. Satsu, favorite potato?
I like russet potatoes.
There you go. He's the only one that answered with a kind of potato. Who has the best Yo Mama jokes? Black people from the hood.
Mama Satsu.
Mama Satsu. Yeah. Oh, God. She used to. Oh, boy.
There, apparently Nick Rakita was making Yo Mama jokes last night. And I was like, does he know what snapping is? Does he know what playing the numbers is? And if you for you white people out there, that's just your mama jokes. Did you watch yesterday's press conference of both Trump and the president of Brazil? No, I did not. Guys?
No.
What happened?
There's your answer. Did you watch? Did you watch Trump and the president of Brazil's press conference?
No.
There you go.
Why would I watch that?
What should I do? My internet disconnected. When you answer my question? Well, you should go back and watch the whole stream again so you can listen to it. Quinn the Angry asks, if Squeetus the fetus got yeeted into another woman's fetus, would the fetus fight that would ensue frick the world into an era of fetal fermentation? What the fuck? Yes. Dataways, I don't understand. Oh, he's saying the same thing again there. Snubber, your thoughts on Epic Game Launchers bringing the console war to PC? PC's always been in the console war in a way. It's never been. We've always been the elitists, actually.
Well,
and
I think they might be talking about Steam versus Epic Games.
It's not the same thing though, because they're just going to be selling games, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not like when you get a game on PlayStation, you get one on the same game on Xbox. They may be different. There may be things about it different, especially pre-order shit that you get can be different. The timing of it, sometimes because of the limits to the hardware, the actual look of it can be different. That's not going to be the same on PC. A game from Epic is going to launch the same as a game from Steam, and the only thing that'll make it a war is if you have to subscribe to them in order to buy the games from there. I mean, Epic, as far as I know, and I know with Steam, you don't have to buy them. As long as you have a PC, you can do it. So it's not going to be the same thing. Not changing things that works fine. So every Microsoft window update ever. Look, there's a lot of Microsoft updates that I fucking hated. I fucking hate. They're like Star Wars or Star Trek movies, man. Every other one is good. But look, I still love Windows 98. It's my favorite. XP was pretty good too. I can work with 10, but I'd rather those. But yes, to answer your question, yes. What would be more embarrassing when giving a public speech? A loud fart or raging boner? Well, it depends. Is there a podium?
Probably a fart.
Yeah, if you got a podium there, I mean, you can hide your boner behind that. But otherwise, I don't know, man. A raging boner would be pretty hard.
Pretty hard.
Yes, it would be.
Sorry, that was bad. I'd rather have a raging boner. So yeah, probably a fart would embarrass me. I wouldn't be embarrassed either way. I'd be like, hey, shit happens. Scribbles, would you rather fart or have a boner?
What are the circumstances again?
You're giving a public speech.
If I had to choose, I'd say the boner, because at least then I'd be showing something off. But people would be like, "Oh yeah."
God damn it, YouTube. Sorry, guys, it jumped. I got to scroll back up. I want YouTube to fix their shit.
And YouTube is not going to do it.
Stop fighting in the chat, guys. Okay, there we go. That's where we was. Night Moonshot, guys, don't forget the fundraiser for his for help with his cancer stuff is down in the description. If you can't see it, refresh your page.
Yeah, hashtag help a brother out.
Man, there's a lot of stuff going on in the chat between people. That's why I say, guys, stop fighting. How do you convince Satsu that what he made was not taco salad but Dorito nachos?
Fuck you! Hey, tell Necro to shut his damn mouth. Look,
I think your answer is you can't.
You don't need vegetables in order for it to be a taco salad. Stop judging me.
You don't need vegetables to have a salad. You can look at any fruit salad to see that.
You know
have
what?
you read?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, well, coincidentally, since we're on that topic, I actually read for probably about 30 straight minutes an entire feed about people arguing about what a real cheese sauce is. And I was
Nice.
just like, wow, I've actually sat here for over 30 minutes reading this feed of people arguing on what real cheese sauce is. It was a cooking video, and these people were having a heated, like almost political debate about what real cheese sauce is. It was fascinating.
Say what you want about how people act in political debate. My experience on Twitter and this channel shows me that nothing gets people more passionate than food.
Oh,
food
for
arguments.
sure. Oh, for sure.
The cereal is soup thing, while I do believe that, started as a joke. For those of you who weren't here during all of that, this was back before we had a technical format like we do now. And there would become times like, okay, well, what do we talk about now? And we had nothing to talk about. And it's like, okay, how about this? And that's got to have been a year and a half at least, right?
Well, I've got the summary experience of it clipped in that promo I did for the show.
It's been a long time since that happened.
Yeah, it was SDA. It was at least a year and a half ago, something like that. Yeah.
And that is still, I get comments on it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, God, my Twitter's blown up with a fight about that at least 4 times. You want to start a good argument, say something about food and people will lose their shit. Jean, thank you so much. Ranting Monkey. Have you read Beto O'Rourke's poem called The Song of the Cow? I have not. No. Satsu, is your new channel linked on your main? Will you? Are you going to link your fam 2 cents over there?
I should probably do that. What I ended up doing is during an active stream that I was doing, I put it down there because my brain was telling me, yeah, this is how you get stuff to consistently show up. That's not how you get stuff to consistently show up. You have to actually go into your settings and put it into your defaults, so it'll pop up in everything. So I need to do that. I forgot to. So thank you for reminding me.
Sean says John McCain is a war hawk. Was, if you believe he's a war hawk, was. He's dead. Ranting Monkey, my Ouija board says otherwise. We can talk to John McCain whenever we want. Terry, I love you, you asshole. Data Wasteland, so we are not good enough for you big content creators, not pulling the views for your bottom line. Look, if you actually go look at the channel, the 7 Days to Die streams still beat everything else we're doing, including the Wednesday one beats the ones we've been doing. It's we love you guys. It's just other things have to be done.
Yeah, that's just like we stopped the ARC ones. We did the ARC ones for a while, but now it's time to move on.
There's people mad at me about the John McCain thing. I understand. Look, if you hate him, that's fine, but there was no reason to bring him up. John McCain is not in a political argument with Trump right now. It would be different if he was talking about somebody alive and he's going, me and Scribe disagree on this a little bit. Scribe wants him to be a lot more presidential. And I'm like, I don't much give a fuck what he says on Twitter as long as he's not like divulging national secrets most of the time. But he's in an argument with a dead man.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't believe he ever will be.
Sure.
Presidential as I would hope. And it's not just him. It's just the president at all, whoever it is, I would hope. But, that doesn't, anyway.
But yeah, even with that disagreement, I mean, we're talking about him going after a dead man. There's no win in that.
Yeah, like John Wayne.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's bring up a conversation John Wayne had with Playboy magazine 60 years ago, where the fuck it is. Dig him up from his grave and make hay out of it like it's something that needs to be talked about. Nobody's ever. There are people who are offense archaeologists right now. They're digging through layers and layers of ancient fucking history, either on Twitter or in old magazines. They went to Grandpa's house, and up in the attic, he's got his old Playboys, and they're sitting there looking through for things that they can mine for a fence that matters today. It's bullshit. Yeah, offense archaeologist. If there's a better Tomb Raider. No, wait. There's got to be a great pun for that. Anyway, yeah, offense archaeologist. Until somebody comes up with a better phrase, that's what I'm calling these guys now.
No, Jordan, make it happen. I need to see a cartoon or something for an offense archaeologist.
Yeah, an offense archaeologist. It's got to be an Indiana Jones poster, but done up somehow like they're discovering, Raiders of the Lost Tweet or something.
I watch more of your show because of your Twitter, your thoughts. Look, I think I'm funny as fuck. Seriously, I do, guys. I know we're supposed to be all humble and shit. I think I'm funny. And so if you watch this because of stuff I say over there, I understand. It's like, I'm funny over there. Come over here and hear it live. Humble is not something I do very well. What's the funniest accent Scribe can do? Is it goat thrapple?
The funniest accent I can do? I don't know. That's in the eye of the beholder, or the ear of the beholder, as it were.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't it? It's subjective.
I can do several different attempts at accents. I've got a bad Eurotrash accent. I've got a really bad Irish accent. I've got a really bad Eastern European accent, a Southern accent, and so on.
Let's see.
Probably my Eurotrash accent. I'd probably, if I do it correctly, whatever I'm saying is pretty funny.
People say
probably
like
not a good idea.
Girl.
Might not be a good idea to divulge how racist you are, Scribe. Jeez.
Yeah.
Wait. Eurotrash isn't. That's not racist.
It is racist.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I descend from Europeans, so I'm being racist against myself then.
Yes,
it's
you
as
are.
racist as saying fireman.
Oh, wait.
Jean asked, Ranty Monkey, did you watch yesterday's press conference? Dude, you obviously haven't listened to the show the last 2 days. I haven't watched shit for 2 days. Most memorable star date in the Star Trek universe. Star date?
Jesus Christ. Did they actually ever make an official way of how that's supposed to work? Like, do all the dates actually line up in some fashion?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's actual, there's an actual system for that.
Okay. All right.
I don't know, Claxon. When they go star date, blah, 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 I don't know. I don't listen, but I would guess Kirk's birthday. Guys, we got 2 minutes left and so many questions. Thank you. That's such a good fucking problem to have.
Oh, I forget who it was. Somebody before asked me what my favorite Francis Ford Coppola movie is. It's The Conversation, starring Gene Hackman. I think it was 1978. It's not a well-known movie now. It's overshadowed by things like The Godfather and Apocalypse Now and everything. And obviously the material therein is dated to the era. But Harrison Ford, when he was a baby, and one of the most interestingly constructed films of intrigue and mystery. If you haven't seen it, go find it.
Devil Fruit Zero says, what is your guys' opinion of the Ernest movies? I like several of them. Ernest goes to camp. Ernest saves
goes to
Christmas.
jail. Ernest goes to jail. Ernest scared stupid. I just love the title.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one though. It's not as good.
No.
Ernest Saves Christmas is actually a pretty good Christmas movie.
Yeah, Ernest Saves Christmas is great. A Christmas sleigh.
I have a 4-pack collection of the Ernest movies that I got at Walmart in the $5 bin one time.
Jim Varney, what a lost legend.
Look, his story is awesome. This is a guy who was for those of you who don't know, Ernest came from milk commercials.
Yep.
He was so popular in that they took him national for fucking silly movies. And they were great.
Yeah, except that Jim Varney was a classically trained Shakespearean actor.
Yeah.
And he got so typecast by Ernest that he never really had an opportunity to do the kind of stuff, at least on film, that he was sort of trained to do. So it's kind of a bittersweet kind of thing. It's sort of like sort of an Adam West Batman kind of thing.
Well, it goes back to the oh God, we're out of time. Damn it!
I know.
But it goes back to what Patrick Stewart said about it when Kirk William Shatner asked him, about being a classically trained actor, and he's most famous for being Captain Picard. He's like, look, this is what made me famous, and this is what people remember me for the rest of forever. I can't be upset about that.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap this one up. Don't forget to come over and watch us on 2 Cents Plus. We'll be playing 7 Days to Die on the open server. You can join us if you have it on Steam. Otherwise, you can just come watch. It's a lot of fun. If you can, check out the link down below for Moonshock's GoFundMe. He's dealing with a cancer thing. If you can help, please do so. Scribe, Satsu, thank you guys so much for joining me. Everybody, we will be back tomorrow night on Satsu 2 Cents for Lords of the Night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Your lives make us sad. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.